Awesome. Hey, you guys, everybody's popping on. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Love it. I see Jennifer, Catherine, Katie's on. Hey, Renee. There's Amanda. Elisa, is that how you say it? Or Alyssa? I don't know. Elisa or Alyssa? Lori. Hey, Kelly. Awesome. You guys rock. Oh, baby Emery, I see your face. Oh, Katie, she's getting so big. Wow. Look at that baby. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey guys, hey Tracy, hey David. I'm gonna mute you guys. We're already recording, so all this craziness has been captured. 1 second. Let there be silence. How great is that? I love that we have such busy, chaotic lives. You can hear it all going on when we jump on. So, welcome to the Emerald Plus Kickoff Call. I am Miranda. For those of you that don't know me, I think our teams have done so much together that we probably all know each other by now. But I'm super excited about this training and about getting a chance to work with you guys. I am Amanda and Janice's biggest fans within the Team Beachbody Coach Network, and I consider them sisters and friends. And I just think this is cool that we get to collaborate like this and have our downlines all come together. Just to kick things off tonight, we're going to go over kind of a basic introduction to this group. We're going to tell you, what kind of our guiding assumptions and principles are coming into this so that we're all on the same page and we know, how this group came to be and kind of what those principles are that we're going to be guided by for this group. Looking at my notes here. We're going to talk to you about the protocol and the approach, kind of the philosophy of what we're guiding you guys to do and why. Because if you're like me, somebody can tell me all day long to do something, but if I don't understand why and I can't really wrap my head around the nuts and bolts of it, I'm probably not going to do it. So I am assuming that you guys are, intelligent, go-getter type women like Janice and Amanda and I are, and that's important to you as well. So we're going to go over that. And then I really want you guys to start to understand that this group isn't just about what we do in this group. I want, and Janice and Amanda are on the same page with me with this, we want what you guys learn here, the education that you get, to really drive your business forward over the long haul. We don't want you to be successful for the few weeks that we do this together. We want this group to set in motion. Think of a big freight train. We want to help you. Those steam engines, right? You got to build the fire. The fire's got to create the steam. The steam has to get to the engine, and then that big thing starts to move, right? That's what we want to do for you guys here is get your train moving, help you guys build the momentum you need to get your business to a place where it's fulfilling, it's lucrative, it's fun, and you feel like you can duplicate what we're teaching you with your team. Sound good? Yeah? Awesome. Because really, trainings are not really any good if you can't take what you learn and go teach somebody else. That's the whole point of our business, right? So that's what we are out to accomplish with you guys. So just a quick intro to myself for those of you that don't know me. I've been a coach since 2011. I'm Beachbody old. It's really sad. But I've had some great success at this company, and it has literally changed my life. I know that sounds cliche, and you hear it so often that it's like, well, yeah, you're probably just saying that. I am a lifetime 6-star diamond in my first business center, a 2-star in my second business center, and I'm this close to diamond in my third business center, which will then make me 7-star qualifying. So I'm super proud of my team and the things that we've accomplished together. I have a really tight-knit downline. We're not huge, but we're very close. And I have a lot of really amazing women on my team. I'm super proud of them. I was an elite coach in 2015. I barely missed elite last year. It was heartbreaking. But we still finished the year really strong and had a great year. So that's kind of my little Beachbody story there. So I'm just going to jump in with my notes and get you guys going on this training. I don't want to keep us more than 30 to 45 minutes, and I want to allow time for you guys to ask questions. I know we have some East Coasters that need to get in bed. Hint, hint, Amanda. And I'm going to go finish watching football with my family. So here we go. if you guys are taking notes, this will be section 1, okay? These are the guiding assumptions and principles of the group, okay? So these are the things that Janice and Amanda and I kind of decided that we're assuming about you guys, because it's the same thing that we value from a group, okay? So we assume that you guys want to earn money. Raise your hand if you would like to earn income from all your hard work as a coach. Yeah, Catherine's raising 2 hands. I love it. Yeah, give me double the money, right, Catherine? That's awesome. Way to be a go-getter. So we're going to assume that you guys want to earn income. So that's what we're going to train you to do. That's what we want as well. We want to be paid for our efforts. There's nothing wrong with that. So number 2, your income is your reward. So, you know, have you ever done those training groups where there's a money pot or a contest, or like you're pushing for diamond, and if you hit it by a certain date, then you win the prize, and if you don't, you're a big fat loser? Have you done those groups? I don't do well with groups like that, honestly. I feel doomed to fail from the get-go. I'd rather kind of work at my own pace. You know, I was that kid in school who, when the teacher said, okay, we're going to do a group project, I'm like, please, no, just let me work by myself. Let me do it by myself. So this group is not going to be like that. Your income is your prize. So you go as fast as you want to with this. If you have a whole lot of life going on while we're doing this training, you might move a little slower, and that's okay. That's the beauty of this business. It fits into our lives as they are. I will tell you that setting a goal and working your ass off for it is to your benefit, and not letting excuses get in the way. But I do live in the real world, and I understand that sometimes all 7 of your children and all 5 of your pets get sick at the same time, and your car breaks down and your dryer goes out. I've had that stuff happen. I don't really have 7 kids, so that was an elaborate example, but you get what I'm saying. So number 3, well, I just said number 2 and 3 together. There's no contest or push here. You go at your pace. If you want to earn income, you'll do it. You'll apply what we're teaching you, and you'll do it. Number 4, we're approaching this as an opportunity to educate you, not to push you. Okay, we're here to teach. We're here to guide. We're here to cheer you on, to answer questions, to provide training steps for you that are actionable and duplicatable. But we're not here to be your mama or your boss or your babysitter or to push you. Okay, so that's kind of our approach to leading this group with you guys. Number 5, we want you to be confident that this protocol will work for you. It's proven. There are numbers to back it up. It's the best way to build depth and create a solid business. So we want you to be confident that this actually does work. Okay? Raise your hand if you've tried something from a training before and it just didn't work for you. Yeah, I'm going to raise both hands on that one. I like this, and you'll understand tonight as I kind of break down. I have my whiteboard back here. I'm going to do some teaching and draw some things out for you guys. I think you're going to understand how this leads to results better than maybe some things you've been told in the past. Okay? So be prepared for that. And finally, number 6, this is about you guys. Your goal is your goal. So just looking through the faces in this group, I know just from my downline that's here, I see diamonds. I see struggling diamonds that bounce back and forth between emerald and diamond. I see coaches that bounce in and out of emerald. I see coaches that have been emerald for a long time and have aspirations to be more, and they're just not quite getting there for whatever reason. April's like, preach it, mama. So your goal is your goal. Your goal may be to hit emerald for the first time. Your goal may be to get your emerald back. Your goal may be to build depth to your current emerald rank. Your goal may be to learn a new approach for your business that's actually going to move you forward and get you unstuck. And that can apply if you are a struggling diamond, like many of you are, if you've been pushing for diamond for a long time and you haven't hit it, or even if you're a star diamond like myself who has noticed some plateaus and I'm feeling stuck in some ways. I'm excited about this. So this training, this system applies to every coach at every level of the business. So it doesn't really matter where you fall on the spectrum. And so I wanted to get that out there because I don't want you to feel like you're behind if you're a brand new coach and you're just getting started, because this protocol applies to me now. You know, it's something that really applies to your business no matter where you are. So no one's behind, no one's ahead. We're all starting fresh at the starting line, and we're all going to run this race together. So your goal is your goal. Don't look at the person in the lane next to you. Run your race. Keep your eye on the finish line, and only you can determine what that finish line is. Does this make sense? Okay, cool. All right, so part 2, what's the plan, right? I know you guys are chomping at the bit to know what the plan is here. So we have our call tonight. We have our kickoff call. We have training assignments with action steps for you guys all this week, and you are going to love it. There are short videos to watch. The information is very accessible. You're not going to spend a whole lot of time on these things, but you're going to be able to get to work and see results quickly. So I would encourage you every day, and I told you guys this on the live I did when we created this group the other day, earlier last week, that set aside time each day to do this group. Do this group ahead of, get your workout done. Make sure you've had your shake. Make sure your meals are all outlined for the day. And then do this group before you do anything else with your power hour or your business. This group is your top priority there, okay? So we'll have a call tonight, week 1 of training assignments. We'll have another call next Sunday night at the same time, and it's going to be a Q&A. So throughout the week, any snags that you run into, any struggles that you're having, you can ask them that day. Or if you want to kind of keep a running list, and then next Sunday night, bring your questions. And Janice and Amanda and I will do our best to answer those for you guys. And so it'll be like a workshop type call where you can get help with your individual business and what's going on with you. And then for the following week, we're really going to take the pulse of this group, see what kind of questions you guys are asking, see what walls you're hitting, and then for week 2, we will organically decide what direction to take the group in that week. If we see that you guys are having a lot of trouble with inviting or social media, or even just that fear, the fear monster, we'll kind of see where you guys are and then determine what we do the following week. Okay, make sense? Awesome, cool. All right, part 3. Okay, here's where we're going to get into the meat of where we're taking you guys, because we're about to go on a journey. It's not just about you hitting emeralds, getting emerald back, or building depth into your team. There's a vision here. There's a journey. And we want you guys to start to wrap your heads around emerald as the key component of a successful Beachbody business. So much of the time we've heard diamond, 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 diamond. But honestly, you can be a very shaky diamond and not making hardly any money at all. I'm just going to be honest with you. Diamond is what makes your upline advance to star diamond. And so, when you're trying to build a business, that's the big push. But as a star diamond, I don't want a shaky diamond under me. I want a diamond that's solid, that's making money, because then she's going to be happy and she's going to stick around and contribute to our team, and she's going to be part of my family and my tribe, and I'm going to see her at Summit and she's going to be happy to see me, rather than you roped me into this thing and then I didn't make any money, right? I want her happy. I want her making money. So we're taking a journey here, and I'm going to introduce you to a new term. It's called Emerald Tribe. So instead of thinking of diamond as your goal, we're going to teach you guys how to build a tribe of emeralds. Okay, so your team is going to be a tribe of emeralds. So raise your hand if part of the reason why you struggle with recruiting is you feel like you don't know how to train that new coach to be successful because you're not successful yet. Yeah, like everybody's raising their hand. Everybody's nodding. Yeah. So you're not alone in feeling that way, and you're not a loser for feeling that way. I still get scared of training new coaches. I've been at this 6 years. I've been elite. I'm a multiple star diamond coach, and I still feel insecure and inadequate to train coaches to hit diamond. So I'm right there with you. But I feel pretty confident about teaching someone how to hit emerald. That seems a lot more doable. That's just having them recruit 2 people instead of 8. Okay, so let's talk about this. Our big goal here is to create emerald tribes of coaches that are earning 500 PV a month. PV stands for personal volume points, and it's okay if you don't understand that yet. It's okay, totally fine. But you earn PV from your own orders and your customer orders. Okay, so just kind of make a note of that. I want to show you what an emerald tribe looks like. Okay, can you guys see that marker board at all? Sort of? Okay, I'm going to bring it just a little closer. This is all very, let's see. Let me get it straight. Okay. Is that sort of clear? Janice is laughing at me. Okay. All right, so I want you to first look at this beautiful little drawing here. This is what an emerald tribe looks like. So here's you at the top. Okay, it says you, and then there's a 500 here. This is you with your 500 PV. And this is your personally sponsored coach, number 1 on your left leg, and your personally sponsored coach number 2 right here on your right leg. Okay, so this is you plus 2. You're an emerald coach. That's it. Okay, now your personally sponsored coach over here is also an emerald. She's got a left leg coach and a right leg coach, and so does this personally sponsored coach. A left leg coach and a right leg coach, so she's also emerald. Now each one of these new coaches here has also hit emerald rank. They all have 2 coaches under them, okay? This is what we call an emerald tribe, all right? So if you look over here on this side, hope you guys can see that because it looks really blurry to me. It's good? Okay. Every coach on the team is earning 500 personal volume points a month. It's an emerald tribe, again. There's a total of 15 coaches, including you. So it's still a very small team, just 15 people. That's not much. Total as a team, you're earning 7,500 in volume points together, okay? That's 500 PV from you, 3,500 left team volume, and 3,500 right team volume. Team volume is just how your left leg volume adds up and your right leg volume adds up. Your team on your left leg, your team on your right leg. So don't let that confuse you. So 500 from you, 3,500 from your left, and 3,500 from your right. So if you break that down and do the math, 25% of your 500 PV pays you $125 in commissions. Okay? When you get your paycheck, this is going to be listed as your commissions, right? Your sales that you made yourself to your customers, or products that you ordered yourself too will also contribute to your PV. And so you're also going to cycle 23 times. So if you don't understand cycling yet, it's okay. You don't have to understand that to get where this is going. Just know, as an Emerald coach, Beachbody pays you a bonus for how many times you cycle on each leg. Okay, there's a little math equation there. As an Emerald coach, you get paid $14 per cycle, so that comes out to $322 a month in team cycle bonus. You add these two together and you have a paycheck per month that is just under 500 bucks. So about $447 is what that's going to come out to. Okay? So that's kind of the beginning of where we're going. Does that make sense? Okay, don't nod yes if it doesn't. Now, right now, if you have questions, I want you to go in the chat and I want you to ask your questions in response to this. If it's confusing, that's okay. But the whole point is, as an Emerald coach, if it's just you and your two coaches, you're not going to be making much money at all. Even if you're hitting Success Club every month, if you're hitting Success Club 5 and these two people are staying active on Shakeology, you're hardly going to make maybe 150 bucks a month, maybe. With an Emerald Tribe, you're going to make $450 a month. That's a whole lot better, okay? Now, okay. So why not just Success Club and pushing for Diamond? All right, raise your hand if you've hit Diamond before. Okay. All right, put your hand down. Now raise your hand if you've ever lost diamond rank. Okay, just about every person that's ever hit diamond has lost it. Okay, that's because we're not building emerald tribes, and so we have no depth. So it makes maintaining your diamond really, really difficult. So then when you lose it, you have to rebuild, and it's a punch in the gut kind of thing. And so while Success Club and aiming for diamond are important, nobody's telling you this part of the story. And this is where you're actually going to see your income go up even before you hit diamond rank. I did a poll of my coaches in my team earlier, and I only had a few that had time to respond before this call, but I asked, how many emerald coaches in this team are earning $500 a month? I had one, and she's a lifetime diamond. And she's pretty good at hitting at least Success Club 10 a month pretty consistently. She always hits 5, sometimes more than 10. And so she's got a pretty big team. She's been a coach for a good year and a half now, maybe 2. I have diamonds, lifetime diamonds, that aren't making that much. So we want to teach you this because this is solid and this builds a good foundation, okay? All right, so we're going to go back to the drawing board here. I used to be a teacher. Can you tell? Okay, so what does a normal diamond team look like? Oh, and did you guys put any questions in the chat? I didn't see anything. No, no questions. Woo, I must be extremely clear at what I'm saying if you guys have no questions. That's awesome. Okay, a traditional diamond looks like this. There's you. You have your 2 emeralds up here. And then you have 3 other coaches on each leg. Okay? Everybody understand that? That's diamond. There's you at the top. You have 2 emeralds, 1 on each side, 3 other coaches that are active on each leg. Okay, if everybody on your team, if you're a diamond coach and everybody on your team is processing a Shakeology order or a performance stack or daily sunshine or something that's worth 90 personal volume points per month, and they're staying consistent with that, guess how much money you're going to make per month? Just from that. $54 a month. Okay? That's just team cycle bonus from the volume your team is creating. That's nobody hitting Success Club. Everybody just loves Shakeology and they're doing Beachbody On Demand workouts every day and they're happy as can be and nobody's building business. You're going to make $54 a month as a diamond coach. So you see how just pushing for diamond is misleading? That's not where the money is. The money is in depth. It's in emerald coaches and depth on your team. So let's say that all of a sudden, your little basic classic diamond here, everybody starts to get really fired up and everybody starts sharing what they're doing, and all of a sudden everybody is earning 500 personal volume points per month. Guess how much you're going to make then? How much money are you going to make then? $485 a month as a diamond. Do you remember what it was as an emerald tribe? 447. So that's not a whole lot of difference between a strong emerald tribe and your classic diamond where everybody's earning 500 PV per month. So what would happen if that emerald tribe I showed you, and I'm going to draw it out again, what if that coach that has that emerald tribe recruited 3 more coaches on each leg and taught those 6 coaches how to hit emerald? What's the difference in the money there? Let's look at that. Okay, rather than draw all that out again, I'm just going to write it out for you, okay? So you've got an emerald tribe team over here, and then we're going to call the diamond version of that Diamond Strong. All right? So the emerald tribe, we know, was earning $447 a month. with all 15 coaches on the team, earning 500 personal volume points per month. If you just teach 6 more people, recruit 6 more coaches and teach them how to hit Emerald, guess what the income jumps up to? You're not going to believe it. $3,725 a month. And the only difference is you're taking your Emerald Tribe and you're just bumping it up a notch to Diamond. That's a whole lot more money than the $54 a month that we saw a classic Diamond coach makes if everybody's just active and on Shakeology. Okay, what kind of difference would $3,700 a month make for you right now in your business? Raise your hand if that would matter to you. Yes, absolutely. And the trick is that you're not having to work harder to achieve this. I would argue that you're having to work smarter, and it's a whole lot simpler than the current way that we're taught to create income, which is hit Success Club consistently and get to Diamond rank and you're good, right? Have you heard that message before? It doesn't work. It doesn't work without depth, okay? So I'm going to assume that you guys would like to be paid for all this time that you're spending on social media, doing all these workouts and crafting these awesome posts to share your journey, busting your butt, getting out there and inviting others to join you, trying to build up your confidence as a coach, doing personal development out the wazoo, trying to get rid of fear and get consistent and, you know, work on becoming a girl boss and all these things, right? You deserve to get paid for that. Okay, there used to be this stigma. I think it's going away, but there used to be this stigma about network marketers that, oh, they're just out to make money. Well, damn straight we are. We work hard. We work really hard for what we do. And so we deserve to get paid for it. All right, so here's how your goals could break down for the next few weeks. So like I said, you know, we are going to organically let this group evolve the way that you guys decide that you need for it to. So we really need you to be engaged. We want your questions. This is not a group where you're going to be looked down on if you ask a question. Okay, Amanda has her counselor's license. You're an LPC, right? Yeah, okay. I am a former teacher and I'm a softie and I have lots of pets and so many children I lose count. And so I love to love people. If you guys know Janice, you know that she is a hug a minute kind of person. Like she wants to lift you up and encourage you. So you are safe here to ask whatever question you want. You're not going to be looked down on. No one's going to make fun of you. No one's going to say, well, you sure already know that by now. Okay, because we don't want to be treated that way. So we're not going to treat you that way. We need you to engage. We need you to ask your questions. We want to know how things are going for you each day so that we can help you. But I want to give you an example of how you can take ownership of your success. So I mentioned at the beginning that your goals could be any number of things. You could be trying to hit Emerald for the first time. You could be a struggling Diamond who really needs to create depth in your downline and teach your coaches how to hit Emerald. Anything in between. I'm using this as well. So the example I'm going to give you guys is for someone who's never hit Emerald before. Okay? We're just going to start there. So week 1 this week, and this is just an example. This is not me imposing a time frame on you, but you do need to take your goal and break it down into the next few weeks and figure out what that looks like for you. So here's one example of what that could be. So week 1 could be to hit Emerald with 2 new coaches. And don't freak out because that's what we're going to walk you through this week is how to get those first 2 coaches, how to recruit 2 people this week. It's not going to be hard. We're going to really, really support you and guide you through that. So week 1 would be to hit Emerald. Week 2 would be to help those 2 new coaches that you recruited to also hit Emerald. So you're going to be able to duplicate what you're being taught this week next week. Okay? Week 3 would be to help your personally sponsored coaches help their new coaches to hit Emerald. Again, by just teaching them what you're learning in this group. So at this point, you would have the very strong foundation of your Emerald tribe set. You would be set with those first few layers of your Emerald tribe. So then you've got a group of, let's see, you've got your 15 coaches, and let's say everybody's going to run a free group together. In week 3, you guys all run an awesome, surviving Halloween free group together or something. And week 4, you invite everybody that was in your free group to be in your challenge group that's coming up. Get fit for the holidays, or get a head start on the new year, whatever you want to do. A fun challenge group with your team of 15, and everybody creates their 500 PV for the month. That could be through challenge packs. It could be through, maybe somebody really wants to work on their aging skin and they want to try Derm Exclusive and they want to get on Shakeology for skin health. It could be anything under the sun. It doesn't have to be a challenge pack. Anything that creates 500 PV for every coach on the team. And we actually even have a list of all the different ways to create 500 PV that I can share with you guys. It's really handy, and it keeps you from being trapped into thinking you have to sell a $160 challenge pack. If that's not right for your customer, you don't have to push that on them. You have other options, okay? So that would be in week 4, you would be inviting to this paid challenge group. Everybody's earning their 500 PV for the month. In week 5, you would start your challenge group and perhaps host some kind of coach sneak peek or a glimpse into coaching webinar, some sort of business opportunity presentation where you and your 15 coaches get together and you guys share about some of the success stories coming out of your team. People will have earned their first paycheck by then, so you've got a little something to show as proof that what you're doing works. And then in week 6, you do this training that we're about to do with you guys this week. You run that for your team. And then all of a sudden, you've got 15 coaches all helping host a training for all these new people you've brought in, and you have an extremely strong Emerald tribe, and you just might hit diamond as well. So you can see how this protocol is going to be very individualized for you guys, depending on what your goals are. But my goal is for all of you to be heading towards that $3,700 a month by Christmas. Honestly, that would be my goal for my coaches, because I want them to be able to have the kind of holiday experience that they want for their family. If that means traveling across the country to go see grandma that you haven't seen in 8 years, and your Beachbody income allows you to do that, I want that for you. If that means being able to offer your kids Christmas without going into debt doing it, and you can head into January debt-free, a debt-free holiday, what would that be like? So I would suggest for you guys to write down your goal, and then you break it down over the next 6 weeks on what you want it to look like for you. You know what's going on in your life. You know what's going on in your team. And I know that Janice and Amanda are perfectly willing, as I am, if you're in our downline, to shoot us some questions about, hey, can you look at my downline and tell me what I should do here? What do you recommend? Because sometimes it's hard to figure out what your goals should be. Coaches have a tendency to go too slow and think too small. And so if you want some help looking at that, by all means, reach out to your upline coach and ask, okay? It wouldn't take just a second for us to look and kind of give you a little bit of direction on maybe where you should head, okay? All right, I want to take questions from you guys. I would love to hear what your thoughts are so far, aha moments you've had already. If anybody wants to be honest and share, struggles or fears, sky's the limit. And also, Janice and Amanda, I'd love for you guys to jump in if there's something I forgot. Please jump in and set everybody straight. Don't everybody talk at once. I'm reading your comments. I could do a lot of things with $3,700 a month. Yeah, absolutely. I could quit my day job with, April, you gotta make that happen, girl. Imagine how much more you could volunteer with the band and stuff at school if you could quit your job. Totally doable, absolutely. Ashley's asking me to please share. Is that the how to create 500 PV? Okay, yeah, I can share that for sure. And Ashton wants me to share. Awesome. Okay, Katie, I have the hardest time remembering to look at that weekly. What do y'all look for, and how do y'all address that with your coaches as far as active status, looking at the downline? Yeah. Libby's got YouTube going. Silence YouTube, please, or whatever that was. Yeah, Amanda's right. Check your downline 2 times a week. Just go to sponsorship drill down. And I just take note of my business builders. If I know someone's a discount coach and they're projected to go inactive, I would shoot them a message and say, hey, is everything okay with your Shakeology? Are you backed up? Do you want to change flavors? Are you having an issue that I can help you with? Because usually that's a sign something's going on. They've fallen off the wagon, or they're not liking their flavor, something like that. But if it's a business building coach and they are projected inactive, or I can see that they're going to drop rank, then I usually try to set up a time to have a phone call with them, or a Zoom call, or something where we can talk about what their struggles are, what's going on. Sometimes it's just a simple message that, hey girl, not sure if you saw it, but you're going to lose Emerald rank this week. I don't want you to not get paid your team cycle bonus. And half the time they don't even realize it, and they appreciate the heads up because they haven't quite learned yet how to monitor that, and they have no idea that it's coming. So that's kind of how that usually goes for me. And yeah, I just check it. I usually check it on Monday morning and again on Wednesday morning. I check sponsorship drill down then, because on Monday you have enough time if you catch something to fix it. And then I check it again on Wednesday to make sure whatever we were trying to fix on Monday did get fixed. And sometimes you have to call into coach relations and have them to jump on something that hasn't updated yet in time for it to count for that week before the day's over. So that's how I do that. What other questions do you guys have? No questions? Feedback. Are you excited? What are your thoughts? Yeah, I see smiles and head nodding. I'm excited. I've been in this business for a long time. And, one of the things that I loved about Summit this year was Carl's talk on innovating. And how many of you guys were at Summit? Not that many. Did anybody watch it on live stream? Okay. Well, he talked a lot about innovating and how you have to change with the times. And, if you think about it, this company really has come so far in 10 years from, Wowie and the Super Gym back in the day where you could get on the message boards and check in with your workout, and now full-blown Beachbody on demand. And so we as coaches have to innovate in the way we do our business as well. And so, in the past, hitting Success Club 10 every month and rank advancing to a good solid diamond was a great way to make a decent income. Things have changed a little bit with volume, and they're great changes for our customers, but we have to adapt a little bit and kind of change our approach. So I still want you guys to strive for Success Club. It's how you earn cool swag from Beachbody and trips. And those things are important. It's really important to be able to earn those trips and VIP calls and swag and stuff. How many people got one of those awesome backpacks this year for Success Club? They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So Success Club is important, but I don't want you to be misled that that's all you have to do, because you're going to be severely disappointed. If you hit Success Club 5 every month, you're not going to build a growing business. Okay. All right. I had 2 coaches sign this past week. That's freaking awesome. Way to go, Katie. And Ashton says, I'm excited to see this be a game changer for me. Yes, I need a huge game changer. I need coaches bad. I quit my full-time job for a reason. Yes, absolutely. And we don't want people quitting their jobs and then going, panicking. What did I quit my job for? This is not doing what I wanted it to do. This business is supposed to give us freedom and fulfillment and, the chance to really serve and help others and to feel confident about it. And so that's what really we want for you guys to be able to do this training. And then we're going to give you, I have a Google Drive folder with everything you could possibly need, including a protocol on how to run a kick-ass glimpse into coaching group that Kelly Williams and I hosted together earlier this summer. It was amazing. Huge results. There's an Emerald training in there you guys can use. We're going to hand that to you. So when you graduate from this group, you're not just going to walk away patting yourself on the back for a job well done. You're going to be equipped to turn around and pass this on to your team. And that's all we do as coaches, right? We get results from a fitness program. We pass it on to the people following us. Hey, you guys should try this. We learn something as a coach. We pass it on to our team and help them duplicate it. That's all we do. Our job is not to drive ourselves into the ground doing everything for everybody and trying to reinvent the wheel. All right. I finally feel like this is something I can do. Awesome, Ashley. That makes me happy for you. I'm excited about this and have a new coach ready to go. That's awesome. I was scared I was going to let her down. Yeah, we all have that fear. Man, it can feel like so much pressure to recruit somebody, but this training is exactly what I need to help her and myself. Yes, that's what we want for you guys to feel. Kind of that wash of relief that you don't have to figure it out on your own. There is a system that you can count on that is proven that's going to get you there. And Success Club is important, but you can still build this income even if you miss Success Club. If you get to SC4 and you're busting it for that last challenge pack and you have a customer that just wants the 21-day fix containers and portion fix and some eye cream, you're not going to get a Success Club point, but you're going to get a heck of a lot of volume and you're going to get paid for it. So don't think this is to let you off the hook on Success Club. Don't misunderstand me, because that's not what I'm saying. It's still very important, especially if your team is ever going to push for elite. You need a team of coaches hitting Success Club. And that's a good measure for how well we're helping people. But it's not the only way, okay? You can't do it without this, without Emerald Tribes and volume. So, Janice, Amanda, what do you guys want to say before we wrap up? You're unmuted, Janice. But I can't hear you. Let me mute. And now I'm going to unmute. Okay, try again. Nope. Dang. I don't know what's up. Amanda, you want to offer anything while she figures out her technology issue?
This is so funny because I don't have anything to say. No, you did a stellar job of articulating what the three of us have talked about behind the scenes. And I know you've got some awesome resources to support all of that. And I'm just excited to see what happens this week. I think just to reiterate, I want to be super careful that we know that there's no pressure here. And we all need to create our own pressure, but that comes from our goals. That comes from what we want to see out of this. It doesn't come from what anybody told us we needed to do. And I think that's where maybe those of us who are kind of in and out and have struggled or are losing or want it back or whatever, that might have been an area of contention in the past is, we hear all these fun metaphors about diamonds being created under pressure. Yeah, that's true. But real diamonds, where did that pressure come from? It came from what they were supposed to become, not from some, external source. So I really encourage everyone to do exactly what Miranda just said and figure out what your goal is. And you break it down over the next 6 weeks, because it doesn't have to be a specific marker every single week if that's not where you're at. You can knock out 3 or 4 markers in 1 week if you've got that time or whatever. It needs to be specific to you. Otherwise, it will never work. So, that's just my reiteration. I think that you guys are in the right place at the right time, and that can make mountains move. So that's all I got.
Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. Janice is just typing, right? Oh, it can't detect your microphone. Oh, well, that stinks. April says, one thing I'm excited about, always get caught up in the comparison game and shut down. Yeah, anybody else agree with April on that? Get caught up comparing and, yeah, you just feel, I struggle with that all the time. Social media is not necessarily real easy for me. I struggle with what to share, how to share, and I'm always looking at other coaches going, oh, I wish I could post like that, and I have to get out of my own head. And so that's just, especially for us women, it's something we battle. So you're not alone in that, and that's the worst thing to think, is that you're the only one comparing yourself to everybody else. We all do it. We all do it. We all struggle with it. But being honest about it really, really helps a lot. Just, getting it out of your head. And, I'm a really, really faith-based person. And I think, when we keep something locked up inside our minds, Satan just uses that as a weapon against us. And so just speaking it out loud, April, and just saying, I get caught up in the comparison trap, and having everybody else on this call go, yeah, me too. And then all of a sudden it's not as powerful anymore when you're like, it's not just me. Take that, Satan, right? Janice says, I wanted to say that we have to meet the client where they are. Yes. So the volume will come when you keep your heart to help that person and connect with them in what they need to get a small win. Absolutely. Absolutely. And even if someone starts out with you with Energize and the 3-day refresh, they're going to fall in love with it, right? Who does not love Energize? I cannot live without that stuff. It's my crack. I adore it. It's amazing. And I just love it. You know, they're going to love the 3-day refresh. They're going to get that quick win. You didn't earn any Success Club points off of them, but you're building trust and confidence with that customer. And the following month, or maybe 2 or 3 months down the road, they are going to eventually want to sign up with you in some formal way as a coach, to get on Shakeology, to go for that challenge pack. And if they don't, if they still piecemeal their way through it, you are helping change a life and you're building volume. And that's the most important thing. All right. Any final questions before we go? Raise your hand. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Hey.
Her dog.
That's my final question. Is Kelly washing her dog?
Oh, Kelly's dog is precious, y'all. You have to see it. Are you really washing your dog, Kelly?
She's like drying her dog. I'm like, yeah. I've done some crazy things on calls before, but that's good.
He jumps in the pool every single time the kids are in the pool. So he's soaking wet and he's up here shivering.
Gotcha. Oh my gosh.
That's
too funny.
Hilarious. Yeah.
I just
the multitasking prize of the night.
Exactly.
I just saw April's comment about she was listening to a book called The It Factor by Van Moody, and that was exactly what I kind of wanted to throw in real quick, was maybe everybody make sure that you have identified personal development that you are doing. And if you want recommendations, I think that that's one of the things that we have some kind of reserve, like recommendations if you are like drawing a blank, but specific to kind of that comparison trap type, like stay in your lane, build your own confidence thing. I know Janice and Maria and I had a chat about this the other day, and what were we saying? Oh, seriously, if you just want like tough love talk and you just want to hear the message straight and figure out what to do with it yourself, really recommend the Jen Sincero Badass books, both of them, the original and then also At Making Money. They're both stellar. But then also, who is it? Is that it's Elizabeth Gilbert, right? Or did I make that up? Big Magic, right? Is that the one we talked about? Yeah. That one is not, she's not quite as straight talky, but definitely a place to go, oh, I have my own inspiration. I need to figure out what I want to do with this. So I think those are 2 good ones. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Cool. That's all I just want to throw in there is PD. Make sure you're reading something, and audiobooks for both of those are excellent.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have any questions about personal development? If you want some advice right now, we probably have another 2 or 3 minutes before we need to jump off. If you have a certain issue that you really feel like holds you back, or something that you really respond well to. For some reason with Audible, I do better if it's a female voice. I've noticed I just don't want to listen to a man. It's very sexist, but something I've noticed about myself. So there's quirky things like that you guys will notice as you do lots of PD. If you have specific questions about what's Audible or how to get it or what book to start with, that's one of those things you should definitely be asking. I typed out the titles that Amanda mentioned in the chat if you guys need those. All right, guys. Well, I think that's a wrap. Thank you for your time tonight. And again, our Facebook group is your Facebook group. So I'm going to go in there and change the settings so that anyone can post. And then each day, the training assignment will be pinned to the top. So you can find each day's post. It'll be the pinned post at the top of the page. And be patient with us a little bit because we're moms too in the mornings. And so I have my posts I'm responsible for already scheduled. And so it'll post at 4 a.m. because I know some people get up super early. But I won't be up at 4 a.m. to pin it. So as soon as I get up and have my coffee and I'm like functioning in my brain, I'll pin the post. And I'm sure Janice and Amanda are in the same boat. So be a little patient with us on that and give us some grace, but we'll make sure to make that easier for you guys to find. And again, the group is for you. It's for you. And so use it. Ask your questions, dig in, engage, speak up screenshot things and share it if you have questions over certain things you're seeing, as you're going through the action items. Just, real people, real success. Exactly. Awesome. All right. I love you guys already. I can tell this is going to be amazing. I am speaking success and abundance over all of us in the coming weeks. All right. Bye, guys. Y'all have a great night.